All right, we're back, and this should be much better audio-wise. Sorry about the issues there. It's going to flow a lot better when we're able to push this over to YouTube. YouTube handles these much better, and we're going to be able to be a little more creative on YouTube. So we're looking forward to that. But we got to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't yet subscribed, nice. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. And so if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please hippity hop on over there and subscribe and ring the bell and share it with your friends. The sooner we get to that 1,000, the sooner we'll be able to jump on there and start live streaming from there. The route, wherever the radios take us, that's the route.
McKinley, Alhambra, 4, Lincoln, William, Edward, 321.
How are we doing broadcast? Carefully. Pushing go live. So once again, earlier tonight, for those of you joining us who weren't with us earlier, we were over in West Sacramento in our previous broadcast with all the broken audio. There was a guy that had a couple of felony warrants and committed a burglary off of Evergreen and Harbor, and then fled towards his mom's place. And mom said he wasn't there, but wouldn't give them consent to search the house. So the officers posted a unit up in front of the house there. And on the other side of the freeway, in case the guy is there and tries to bail out. Just,
I got this guy's statement. Can you just get his
and they're formulating another plan to apprehend him. So we'll be keeping an ear out for that. That's really the only thing going on. There was a call for a commercial fire at the Amazon Center over there. And they got there, it sounds like it's a heater that's smoking. So it's probably just the heaters kicking on for the first time for the season. And not acting right. Oh man, thanks, Emoto. Appreciate that. You know what I found about Facebook, and maybe this will be encouraging to y'all. Take control of your Facebook settings, and lock everything out so you don't get all the goofballs, and be choosy who you friend. And when I open my Facebook, I'll tell you what, it's a blessing. The folks that I follow and friend, they're an encouragement to me. And I'm not kidding you. I'll open my Facebook, and sometimes it'll just be just the right meme or the right words someone that I know says, and it's just a real encouragement. I'm of the mind that if all of us good folks bail out of a space, you leave it to all the miscreants and all the problem individuals to cause more problems, and then the whole thing goes to pot. But if those of us that are encouraging, so why is this guy going to make a turn from And it's the other thing I don't like how we have to do the camera on here. See, on the mounted camera, we're able to. It has like virtual cameras, and I could actually just tap right on the screen, and it'll zoom the camera right there. Um, so, anyways, that guy made that turn from the middle lane. Interesting. So, anyways, um, awesome, Snag Harbor. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Where are you working at tonight, Snag Harbor? He's Snag Harbor. There is one of your city employees, and he keeps your parking garages and all those things nice and tidy for you. Working hard overnight, and you wouldn't believe the things he encounters overnight.
91, 298. 91, 298.
Again, radios are super duper quiet.
So, 1148, straight. Starting now at 90. 312, go ahead. So, 12, 45310. And that's the CJ. Same route to CJ, 45310. Time is 0011.
Oops, somebody's going to jail. When they say en route to CJ, that's en route to county jail. Thanks, Gina. Appreciate that. Anyways, what we try to just kind of give you a behind the scenes of how news is actually done from the streets.
We're checking the garage now.
Oh, they're checking the garage. Huh. Yeah, it was caught bits and pieces. Was a little bit busy earlier. We come on around 11:30 because that's when mainstream goes off, and we're like so some of the terms they've termed us independent photojournalists, nighthawks, night crawlers. That movie was slimy. I hate that movie, Nightcrawler. That guy was anyway. But yeah, we miss a lot of the daytime action, but that's because mainstream's on, and we're trying to change that. Yeah, that was your stringers primarily work overnight, and we are on the streets and we catch the stuff that no one else can or knows how to, and then provide it to the mainstream news stations. We've shifted gears, and that's not who we serve anymore. We serve you, our community. And so we're trying to get a few of us full time around the clock, but we need that viewer support and those grant funding and all that to get that accomplished, and we'll get there. Oh no! Delete that thing. It's good entertainment. Yeah, that he gives a bad rendition of gives us guys our stringers a really bad persona. Now, Shot in the Dark is one you need to watch, and on Netflix, it's an 8-part series featuring Loud Labs and RMG and On Scene, 3 teams in Los Angeles, and the way you see the dynamics there are exactly the way it used to be here in Sacramento until all the money was gone. But the money is still in Sacramento. There's money in the Bay Area. So there's still markets there. San Diego. But there's no money here in Sacramento amongst the news stations. which is why we created our nonprofit. Oh, blame the son. Okay, I got it, Steve. Blame the kid. That's in addiction recovery, that's what they call blame shifting.
Keep me aware of anything pending. Gentlemen.
Just harassing.
Judge 44 is available. We've isolated power to the heater at Amazon. Judge 44 copy.
Yeah, it looks like they got that heater taken care of at Amazon and restored power to it. More power to the Amazon. No. Had enough power to the Amazon. I used to work at Amazon. And I have no intention of going back. Although if we don't get some viewer funding soon, I might have to go back to Amazon.
Vehicle parked on State Street north of F rank.
That is a good question, Cali Field. I don't remember. I'm bad on numbers. Hang on. We'll check.
Senator 1, perimeter check.
It's showing 2017 census 501,901. Exactly. And increasing. And I guarantee it's a bit higher than that now. They've ever since the arena, there's a major thing going. They're doing the urban infill, and they've been building a lot of high rises and lofts with retail below and apartments, condos, lofts above. And the traffic has been getting worse and worse around here. Gotcha.
453 California 5 Edward, William Edward 433. I'm okay with one.
Well, we'll go check a couple of the typical hot spots. And see what else is afoot.
Northbound Hillsdale, Robert Crossway, California 18, Nora David 042. Blue.
Let's see. Before we do that, let's check in with CHP.
Remember fall a week ago, cousin by a primary doctor, she's also complaining of nausea.
Collision, unknown injuries at Fair Oaks and San Juan.
99% on room air, TCS at 15. I got a UTA facility about 5.
Collision, non-injury, Watt at Palm. Okay, nothing really to go on there. Not much construction tonight. That's nice. CHP assisting with construction on Interstate 80 West at Winters Street off-ramp. And I-5 North at exit 522. I don't like the exit numbers. I don't know where the numbers are at. Give me a name. I'm not a fan of the exit number system. I don't know about y'all. Yeah, I heard. Okay, we'll go ahead and go mobile and go check out some areas. Oh, hit the K. Let's see what's going to be playing at the excuse me, the Crest. This is one of the oldest theaters in Sacramento. They play all the old stuff. Let's see, Rumors on the 11th. Quiet something. It's not Quiet Man, is it? Oh no, Quiet Summons. 13th, Suicide Girls. 15th, Justin Williams. 16th, Jesse Cook. And the 17th, Bianca Del Rio. So there you go. There's the Crest Theater lineup. As the old original brick street, so it's bumpy.
6 minutes. Confirming your plate 5, Charles Henry Edward 001.
Sorry, 5 George Henry Edward 001.
Copy.
Yeah, using the phone tonight, the Wi-Fi isn't working well. So we can't connect our other live streaming camera, unfortunately.
Still diabetic, 7735, Stockton Boulevard, number 1615, tie 9, exit 53, credit 53.
I really don't like using the phone, but we'll do what we got to do.
George 22 from 20.
George 22.
Can you give me a call when you're in?
Copy.
It's the Note 10 Plus, so it's got the really good cameras on it. 6 cameras on this phone. Can you believe that? Who would have thunk you would need 6 cameras on a phone? But there you go. Fire Station 2, downtown Sacramento, right there. We just passed on our right. One of the busiest stations in the US of A.
917.
Section 2, command on 927. You have to stop the shots type go. Announce EMA 25 to 35, 10 medium middle, gray sweatshirt, black pants, images for the handgun in his waistband. Mel ran out to a
Brooks Boulevard, Howell Avenue in the area. Second odor of chemical in the area of Howell Avenue, Brooks Boulevard. Battalion 1 is made by map 171.2, operation.
Ha! Good stuff, Deborah.
Copy.
Was that coffee I smelled brewing from your place? Yep. Yeah, folks don't realize cell phones, when properly used, are excellent cameras. There's a lot of pros that use their cell phones. It's just how you use them.
We were driving through earlier, people got out of it.
112.
Wanted
said
to...
that it was a dark green van with fortified subjects inside in a vehicle left going northbound on Hillsdale. Bell left behind his cell phone.
I'll ignore this. We'll go in. That's not the shop.
Attention all divisions, activities resuming a two-channel operation. 3 to 1, 64 identified.
Not yet.
Two-channel, 3 to 1, 64 identified. Activity. Clear.
371161.
I want to take you guys and show you an interesting piece of artwork. And try to remember where it's at.
13 Hyundai or Carmine.
It's in one of these alleys. That's not it. Might have been back there.
Setting noise complete your screen.
We'll work on it. Yep, near the courthouse. You got it. Down this way.
648, go ahead.
Eastbound 4 at Glendale, 6, John Union Charles, 690, Silver, Kansas.
10-1.
More red lights.
Although nothing specific was said, this may have been a failed 211 attempt. Everyone, if we do, there's a blue casing in here, we can have an inside too.
Whoop. Bullet casing in there. Failed 211 attempt.
Copy.
Hang on. Sheriff Channel 1, that makes up in the north area, probably North Highlands, unless they've broken down their channels. Then that could make it North Highlands or Arden Arcade. There's been an attempt to 11 and with a shot fired.
I'm sorry, we'll cancel CSI for now. There's some communication problems going on here, but it was probably a failed 211 attempt.
Copy.
Failed 211 attempt. Not sure where. Like I said, probably North Highlands, Califield. Let's see what you got. Yep, I'm solo tonight.
Go ahead. Do we have a better description of the vehicle? I'm going southbound Hillsdale right now.
Hillsdale.
No, we're trying to work on some description. There's some communication problems. I'm going to have K913 do some LPR work.
So somewhere off of Hillsdale. So this is how we piece it together. You get bits and pieces.
I don't know if he was hit. I don't see blood, but there's a hole in the ground from the bullet.
Hole in the ground from the bullet. The subject wasn't hit.
594, San Frank, New York, 179, clear current, 2014.
5-9. Slowly failure to yield northbound Sun Meadow, and actually we'll be at 185 Sun Meadow. The way he's hopping out on video, he probably did shoot himself in the leg, so he may show up in the hospital.
Copy.
The
this looks like a CSU pumping units here.
okay. It is sounding like the
24 affirmed. She wasn't
suspect
sure
may have shot himself in the leg. Oh, that's funny.
11 head from 13, southbound Hillsville from Diablo's, checking clear so far.
So he may show up at the hospital later. Got caught on camera trying to rob somebody and shot yourself in the leg. Wow. Oh, here's what I wanted to show you. Here we go.
Subject 8,000 multiple part of the Depot. There's a deal. TC vehicles in the parking lot. 20 vehicles. Circling the parking lot. Now by 20.
Look out for the monkeys in the alley. This thing is really cool. This is mixed media art. There are like a lot of we figured out like trash cans, old trash cans, plastic ones that are cut up, and to make this, it's actually pretty incredible. Very talented. You know what? I'll that is one of the benefits of using the phone instead of the mounted camera. We can unmount it and
Call number 535.
and show it to you. So I'll pop out real quick and show you this thing a little more up close. It's pretty cool. So here we go. And so it's a gorilla and a baby gorilla. But when you get up on it, it's all done out of like trash can that's been cut up and created into this mixed media art piece. And you don't see that from way back. But when you get up on it, it's really ingenious how this piece of art was done. And with the gorilla or orangutan hanging from the building. So we got a lot of cool art. Some of the alleyways with the Open Walls project. There's some really creative artwork. It's neat to see the creativity of people. Califield, it is being encrypted on some levels here in Sacramento. They do have some encrypted channels, but that's pretty much for their tactical.
We're getting an update that the subject with a gunshot wound to the leg.
Hey, a subject with a gunshot wound to the leg just showed up at Kaiser North. Wonder who that is. He'll be getting a visit from some police officers in a little bit. So yeah, that's a lot of speculation. There's definitely credence to going encrypted, but there's also some major implications for transparency issues. It would definitely put us in a bad spot. Make it definitely hard to do news, especially the way we do news. But the part of the problem is people are highly irresponsible with the public access to it. Case in point, we just had a tactical situation, and one of the providers is very responsible and immediately took his feed down during the tactical situation. But there's another host, independent host, that refused to take his down, which can put officers and the public at risk, especially when you have a gunman that they're trying to apprehend, and it's a SWAT and tactical situation, and you don't want those details being streamed to a mobile device where the bad guy can out everything. Same reason why we won't live stream or give you live shots or anything like that on a tactical call out that we may be on. And we will never go live on those because the bad guy could be one of our viewers and pop on our feed and see the location of snipers and officers and the like, and that would not be a good situation for the officers. So we try to be extremely responsible with that, but there's always irresponsible people around who don't care. No. Probably should. But we're extremely careful. We roll into situations hot with the police department a lot of times. But we really are careful about that. And as you know, it just the way it happens. We get there sometimes a lot sooner than law enforcement or fire department, depending upon the scene. And we are also very careful to not just roll up to the address. If we know law enforcement isn't there, we stay a couple of blocks out until they arrive, or we'll also arrive, depending on the situation, we'll roll right in with them, back right behind them. So we've never been in a bad situation. In the years we've been doing this, just because of our team policies and how we handle those situations. Not only do we not want to get hurt and we want to go home at the end of the morning, but we don't want to create another situation for law enforcement. And that's one of our big things. That's why we use long lenses. Sometimes bad guys get really uppity when they see a camera pointed at them and they get hostile. That can create more of a problem for our officers. Us getting injured or creating a problem, that creates another problem for officers. And they've already got enough that they're dealing with the original scene. So it's our responsibility to stay out of the way and not create more of a problem for them. A lot of photojournalists, they want to get right up in there because it's their right to. And just use the right equipment. Use long lenses and stay out of the way. Don't cause a problem. Yep, exactly, Kevin. Yep.
Rolling up right now.
Hey, Califield, Kevin hosts one of the feeds I was just talking about, and he's the responsible one that I was talking about that shuts his feed down during tactical situations. Oh, how often was CPR in progress? Oh, it happens. Just a couple of months ago, we had a shooting on off of Broadway and First Avenue, and we got there we got there right behind the initial responding officers, and they jumped right in doing CPR. There's another one last week. CPR was in progress when we got there.
Franklin Boys on 7 Robert Tom Henry 135 Barry back.
What's your cost?
Franklin and Boys.
On our Califield in our intro with the fire engine, yeah, there's that one. Probably our most noted drone shot was the drifters that shut down 50 one night, and they were drifting on the freeway, and we had drone footage of that. It looked really cool, actually, but super duper dangerous. Not only did they hold up everybody on the freeway, and one lady came up behind us, and she was trying to get to the hospital, and they had her blocked off from getting to the hospital. But when you look at the video footage from that, they just get crazy, and people get close to the cars spinning. And one guy was hanging out the window of one of the cars, and it's just idiocy. Thanks, Vic. Yeah, I cleaned the windows today. No. Snag Harbor, if you're watching this feed, I got your offline message. You just grab the link, you go to our YouTube, and just grab the link and share it in your Facebook. Okay, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to say the Q word. It's awful quiet.
We're good. You know, shoot away right now. Yep.
Peter McGregor, welcome to the live cast. We haven't heard anything more on the West Sacramento situation. It does bits and pieces, but sounds like they are trying to capture that individual of a harbor in Evergreen. The Amazon fire call is under control, and they got the heaters back on in there. It's just smoking heater. Steve, no, have not been stopped at a checkpoint because we always know where the checkpoints are at, and we come in from the other direction, and we broadcast and shoot the checkpoints. And that is absolutely, I'm glad you asked that one. That is absolutely a hysterical one. We get people that get really upset with us. Hold on.
12/24/2018.
We get folks that get really upset with us that we tell people where the checkpoints are at. How could you do that? People are going to drive around them, and the police department wants them broadcasted. They want us to broadcast those because of the deterrent effect that it has. And we have a video. Every time we post it, we actually have a video where we interviewed the sergeant that's in charge of those. And he gave a very clear explanation of why it's important to widely broadcast the checkpoints and encourage folks to use alternate means on their partying nights, and use Uber, plan ahead, and that right there helps save lives. So the ones who are going to drink and drive are going to drink and drive, and they get caught anyway.
Copy everything. 2 Paul James on 035.
Kick back over here to the Lavender Heights area, see if there's anything happening over there. That's usually our hotspot. Should be pretty mellow tonight. Usually Lobra is the hot spot on nights like tonight.
I'll 32.
I'll see you then.
Show myself at 35 on a Southern stop. It's going to be a 22
Oh, and cops got it.
Battalion
Someone
1
stopped
is
up here.
letter 2, fall 1209, LB, higher regency. Fall, higher regency, 6.3, 1209, LB,
Oh, someone fell down and went boom. At the Hyatt.
Information District 1, US 415, Disney Grove Drive, Lincoln Red, Boy Friend, EMA 15, threatening to friendly Eagle, Station 7, her third and a verbal 415
Oh, someone threatening to kill somebody.
Green Honda parked in the driveway.
Up in that North Highlands area again.
Comes back to 8900.
So this is pretty much the most.
This is a 93 only, just disabled vehicles. Not a 901.
Most active area in Sacramento on nights like tonight.
Check 3, can you add a plate?
No problem, go ahead.
8456970.
No problem.
Man, listen how quiet those radios are. It's almost deafening quiet.
Okay, 47 Robert Union George 20.
For 3 scanners installed plus a quad band radio, dual quad band, and plus a couple of other radios. Got to see inside of Scott Lane's car from Loud Labs the other night. I think he's got about 8 radios. He's got the long radio rack, but he's in Los Angeles, so he needs all those radios. The hit and run, the vehicle into the building on Franklin Boulevard, you'll see on our page. I'm just tapping into SAC PD here. They say officers responded to a report of a vehicle that had collided into the building and then fled the scene. Officers arrived on scene to find that the building had sustained significant damage but no injuries to any occupants inside. Officers generated a hit and run report. I'm surprised there isn't anything about that being a potential burglary. because there's been a series along in that area of crashing through the storefront and burglarizing the place. But in those ones, they've left the vehicle behind. In some of them. So, Sac PD arriving over by Lobra, checking out the area.
I'll bet you. Can you clear my call out of Nora, H1, advice on the way, and you can clear all the units on the call.
So, let's see, the shooting on Gateway Oaks yesterday. Sac PD is saying officers responded to report of a shooting. Officers located 2 male adults who had been shot. Both victims were transported to a local hospital for treatment. Both victims are expected to survive. Officers conducted an extensive neighborhood canvass, and detectives have been notified. The investigation is active and ongoing.
The plate is clear, current.
You're talking for scene recording. We use Nikon DSLRs, and we get very good low light with those. I shoot with a D500. I like the small body on the camera, so it keeps it lightweight. It's a crop sensor, so it has very good clarity at night, even when it's almost completely dark.
31, you're on 3.
Copy that.
Greg. Oh, wow. We haven't been doing ride-alongs for general public anymore for a while. Obviously, due to liability, we're only doing ride-alongs with our team members that we're orientating and training. We will work on that in the future. We are working on, glad you mentioned that. We are working on a fundraising model, and we got it from another organization and really like it. So it'll be a, nice Corvette. Okay. Squirrel. It'll be a rotating trophy. So we'll set an amount, and like $500 to get your name on the trophy. And then that, when someone comes up with that amount, they get their name on the trophy, the date, and they'll get to go on a ride along with us, and dinner or lunch, whatever time of day we do the ride along with myself and the team member that's with me. And then we'll up the ante on that. So the next level would be whoever gives $1,000. They get their name on the trophy, and you have to one up it. So it's kind of like breaking the record. So who's ever going to break the record next gets their next name on the trophy. Then when we get our brick and mortar office, that trophy will go into our trophy case and be on display as founding members or folks that helped us get PSN started with our brick and mortar, and really helped us get on our way. So that's one of the things we're working on in the very near future. If anybody has ideas along those lines, we would greatly appreciate it. And we are also looking for sponsors, and folks can sponsor or help underwrite at psnews.us/donate. That's the spot you can go to. El Camino a few hours ago. I was asleep a few hours ago. I do recall something happening. Let me check our log and see if any of our team members logged something on there. Please stand by. Man, I remember hearing that. I think I was just crashing out.
Battalion idea. 95, East 95, Truck 96, Engine 95, Unknown Fire Type, River Road to Walnut Grove Bar, Bridge. Unknown Fire Type, Walnut Grove Bridge, and River Road.
Walnut Grove, fire off of River Road and Walnut Grove Bridge. We're not going out there, just FYI.
Done. Southwest, and remove 50 David 567.
Oh, we had an in-flight emergency at SMF tonight, huh?
Putting on attention plate 18 to the test can be deal with plate 9040938.
Vehicle rollover, 56th Ave and 21st, 3 hours ago.
Army 904.
Heritage Oak vehicle accident.
The deal with plate 9040938.
Oh, the Heritage Oak one was 4250 Auburn, and that was a crash into a pole with wires down across the car and major power outage. Oh, they got one running.
Eastbound Green Tree, gonna be pursuit.
Oh, we got pursuit.
Watch traffic. Route 4971.
Bowling and Florin. We're going to start meandering that direction.
Northbound Chevy. Vehicle stop.
64 Ed, go ahead.
Okay, why aren't they getting it on my main map? There we go. Oh, foot pursuit. Didn't hear where he bailed at. Radios get really choppy through here. So I won't be paying attention to any messages right now. North of Fruit Ridge.
Yeah, copy your right. Turnbridge Road and Chevy Chase Way.
Turnbridge and Chevy Chase Way. I know it's green. I'm getting my map set up. Hang on. This is the access. Oh, thank you, Oregon. Appreciate that. This is the access to the freeway, and the radios are absolutely horrible through here. Okay, yes, change lanes, please. Motorized bike. Okay, and I got water through here, so I need to be careful.
560, the large one. Bridge over.
Alright, copy, he made it over 99. He's probably gonna be long gone.
They think he may have made it over 99. There's a footbridge, and I think CHP officers watch this vehicle next to us.
Can you ask if somebody else has a vehicle? Dispatch, battalion 95 en route. 95 in the area looking.
From the suspect attempting to BMA with a gray sweater, last seen on a motorized bike.
Suspect is a BMA with a gray sweater, last seen on a motorized bike. BMA is black male adult.
Up to 14, National Northway. 5 Victor Edward David 076.
Channel 1, Channel 2 for 1 channel worth operation at this time. Repeating information.
So the Sheriff's Department is breaking down their channel, which means they're going with fewer dispatchers and combining their channels, which...
We do have that. UPA route as well.
Okay, so they're getting SAC PD and CHP for perimeter. We don't know what the want is. He took off from the officers, turned into a pursuit, and then I believe a foot pursuit.
Go ahead.
So they're looking for a black male adult with a white shirt and a motorized bike.
That's the bridge, Underwood, and Dawn. Check in. There's several SPUs up here as well.
10-4.
Copy.
Renee 14 engine 65 back 65 back pain starting share precautionary 2524 Berrywood Drive back pain starting share precautionary 2524 Berrywood Drive today 14 engine 65 back 65 time out 13 for the problem 303.
Once you come behind the building, we have security and the T1 back there.
am really only going on this because there's nothing else going on.
I copy.
We normally won't go on things like this unless it's a pursuit with an armed subject, felony wants, all that.
41 Ed from 15 Ed.
George Lansing.
George, signed up. They'll have
Copy.
Five 6 from 10-5. Give me a call again, man. Altitude 14, that's northwest.
Altitude 4, guys.
2 Sam Charles Paul 074.
Okay. So all the officers are out of this area. So I think they lost the individual.
Feedback landline stating it's a grass fire. She's still in the area in the vehicle attempting to meet up with you.
Okay, we had somebody flashed down one of our units. I think it's near Bach. We're en route that way now.
Copy. She's in a Honda Civic with flashers on.
Vehicle accident and fires in the area of Lot.
George, we're out of the room now.
George. Sorry, dispatch, battalion 95 on scene. 5x5 campfire on the roadside, not being threatened.
So the vegetation fire out there is just a 5 foot by 5 foot vegetation fire, campfire. No threat to anything else. They got under control. And this is going to be a bad guy that got away.
Fire dispatch, Metro 96 on scene.
On 96 on scene.
Franklin Boulevard, Martin Luther King 47th area, near the old Campbell Soup plant. Drop in here and
Calling from 23 Miss Female Court.
check in on y'all.
They are unable to come out and meet with you.
This is not the best area to hang out in. Hang out here for a minute.
Copy, we'll let him know.
Dispatch truck 7, this house appears to be vacant. There's absolutely nothing going on inside, and I can't authorize picking into a vacant house.
Yeah, I got that, Steve.
We're going to have to leave this alone alone. Let it keep going on.
Hey Vic, we were headed to a pursuit, and it turned into a foot pursuit, but looks like they lost the guy. We were off of 47th off a turn bridge.
Charles 28, we'll be 10-6 on FNC.
Charles 28, 10-6.
Mercy Sam 1, your time is 1:11, that's later.
Today, 295-656, call 5794 28th Street, call 5794 28th Street, today, 295-656.
56s. We're right next to 56.
Operation Bureau 3.
Deputy going that way.
Truck 7, fire dispatch.
Truck 7.
RP is inquiring.
Hey guys, so you know, where were you? I needed some help with the green and red lights. I sent a bunch of red lights earlier. Needed your green light wishes.
Copy.
Med Medic 2, coach notification. We've been ETA about 2 minutes on board. I have a 50-year-old female with a chief complaint of a laceration to the head. At this time, it seems like it's atraumatic. Last set of vitals I have for you is 109/66. Heart rate A, sinus on the monitor showing at 98%. Any further questions? It's not seen about a minute.
Michael Garcia, hey, what's happening? Mark, you're in Thailand. All right.
974, can you have a plate?
Have room, go ahead.
17159 David Pierce, green Chevrolet F10 truck.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. I see your message now. Yeah, so he was on the east side of the freeway, right?
Finish 12-144.
7-5, expect clear expired on the 03 Chevy, registered to Jacob School on Stanley Falls Drive.
23152 Adam and Boy, Officer Revis, and we are 1098.
Temper, what's your ID?
21439.
21439, and log is 232. Adam 10513.
Gotcha.
Well, I copy all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, everything's on the printer.
91 park check.
91 park check.
Oh, I thank all you guys for joining us. Brian and Kelly Fields still hanging in there. Ann, Vic, Steve, Betty, Mark, Michael Garcia, Kevin. Is that pronounced Jowl? All right. Thanks for joining us. And again, Mark, thanks for catching us from Thailand. Cool stuff.
Sam from Michigan. You're joining us at UAM. I'm about 2 out. Okay, I'll just make it here. female, 5955 Southern Avenue, Unit 4. Hill female, 5955 Southern Avenue, Unit 4. Battalion 7, Engine 109, Medic 109, Prime Up 113. Charlie 2 Operation Day Off.
Daniel, live in Bakersfield too. You want to hook up with Cali Field Live? He's in your neck of the woods. He's in here. He's one of your news aggregators in that area. Heath from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thank you for joining us. How's your weather out there, Heath?
Waynewood. 7 Edward, Victor Sam, 385 on all 5.
Yeah, we said your name. We were talking about you. Daniel Garrett on here is also from Bakersfield. You two should probably connect. And Jal from Seattle, Washington. Thank you for joining us from Seattle. My wife is actually from Vancouver. Down south from you there. Way down south. And Robert from North Highlands. Good stuff. Thank you, Robert. Lincoln, California. Cool deal. Thank you. 5 inches of snow. All right.
91, B check.
Alpha 61, bike stop on 63rd and Lemon Hill.
Contact. Hours about the time of the call and appear to be leaving the location on the southwest side of the property.
So, Callie, did you hear us saying your name, or were your ears just burning?
George 20, we're still code 4, mediating.
Oliver, New York, thank you. And you guys are, your news aggregators are usually busy over there.
Shows on 917.
I hear that. Caught you, Cali Field. Yeah, I used to live up in Mammoth here, up in the snow. And people don't realize there's actually some areas in, hold on 1 second here.
And units on the pursuit, 2 trees in the area of Underwood and Ladon. Checking the area.
Are we in Bakersfield? No, we're in Sacramento, California. Weather is great. We're at about 55 degrees, and it's been a beautiful day, a little overcast earlier today. Other than we're kind of in a warm, dry pattern. So, still got a lot of Leos in the area checking for this guy.
Alpha 25 support.
We're gonna meander back downtown.
Go for 25. You available to swing over on the phone?
I'm pretty sure this guy is way in the wind and they're not going to find him. Okay, stop at Califield.
Good.
You know when we're out here at night, it's easy to go crash out. Big caking pillow top, listen to you. Hey, I gotta tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you something, the fluff side of okay, fluff side's wrong. My wife, Brookfields was shutting down in the Arden Mall, all over the place, and they had a big overstock of those weighted blankets. They're normally like $200, and they had them on sale for $75. And I didn't know anything about them. And my wife said, "Oh, I've always wanted one of those." Like, I didn't know you wanted one of those. I didn't even know what they were. And I thought it was kind of goofy, but all right. And so got her one. I think I use it more than she does now. I love that thing. I crash out for a nap on the couch. I grab that thing, and oh my goodness, I sleep like a baby. So we're heading back downtown from South Sacramento. I have to go take care of a domestic detail. Take y'all with me, and if you don't mind, I just gotta pop in. Take care of a quick errand, and if you don't all mind just hanging out live and listening to the radios in the car while I run in real quick, and I'll be right back with you when we get over there. We got 53 folks with us right now. I want to thank you for joining us. And just a reminder for folks, we are really on a push to get our YouTube channel up to 1,000 subscribers. And if you wouldn't mind popping over there and subscribing to our YouTube channel, just do a search on YouTube for Public Safety News, or the URL is youtube.com/916Maverick, and subscribe and hit the bell. And hello there, Lisette.
when I got a little bit, got some extra text there, so I'm driving. I don't want to be a distracted driver, so I'll catch your message in a little bit when we land. This off-ramp is one of the absolute worst off-ramps. Right around in here, it's got a ton of bumps. See? It's like the in the heat, the pavement has sloughed. Don't get pulled over. Thanks, Lisette. RT's working on their tracks, checking them out, making sure they're safe.
16th Street and E Street is the silver minivan with no plate.
Hey, Daniel. We don't get out of Sacramento much, quite honestly. Sacramento is our town and the area that we cover. We are going to be expanding, though, as soon as we get some grant funding and some underwriting. We do have full intentions to expand nationwide with a hyper-local mindset. So we would have bureau chiefs in major areas like Bakersfield. And using our same model and support, we're set up to go nationwide. Our website is designed for as a multi-site system, so we can expand pretty quickly with the web and break out new Facebook pages, all that kind of good stuff. All right, let y'all hang out here for a minute. I'm gonna run inside here, and I'll be right back. Watch the car. Don't let anybody take anything.
4 George Paul 54 Lincoln 37 Robert 15659.
Should be a black male, 23, gray and white hat, unknown color shirt and shorts. L32, your victim's back not on file.
That one, can you try an I?
Copy. And before the I, did a Paul Robert?
I'll just read it back to you. It's going to be 2 Adam, 4 George, Paul 5, 4 Lincoln, 6 7, Robert Ida, 5 6, 5 9 6.
Copy. L32 comes back clear current on an 07 Chrysler. Says to contact DMV for new owner information.
Alpha 65 traffic stop.
Stop 65, guys.
Stockton 47, 8 Lincoln, Edward Sam 600. Have the info.
Check.
Guys, North Medic 109, code 2 notification. George 42 was clear. Event tech. Patient chief complaint about left-sided upper and lower jaw pain, non-traumatic in nature. Patient has a history of impacted wisdom teeth in those areas and believed it's wisdom tooth pain, no active bleeding. She has an 8 out of 10 non-radiating pain. Patient took some ibuprofen with no relief. Patient's ANO4 GCS 15, last set of vitals 142 over 100. Heart rate 98% on room air. Respirations at 16, unlabored. And any further, see you in about 4 minutes. Edward Sam 600.
10-4.
Alpha 23, can I touch plate?
Alpha 23, guys.
7 Sam 80369 Ford, very back most likely.
Alpha 23. 11 Ed. Second with unit to cover for a walk check on Steady Run Avenue.
So, 412, DMV, Valley check. DMV and Valley Division.
748 with a vehicle stop.
7-4 Ed. Go ahead.
Bradshaw and Micron at the Chevron. 4 King Charles.
Alpha 15, their correct building number is going to be 2574.
2 on right.
Copy. 10-4.
We can handle with engine brush 43.
Engine 43, copy. Can handle with brush 43.
back. Did you miss me? Oh, we lost 20 viewers while I was gone. Oh, man. Thanks to the 26 of you that hung out. Good deal. Daniel, aka Cowboy. No, haven't.
So, 12, association check.
Dispatch Division 42. If you had a West activity, you have responded to a homeless camp out here.
Okay, one medicate into the 8 hemorrhage.
Mud, thank you from Citrus Heights.
Hemorrhage 5650 Camellia Avenue. There, 1 medic 8, engine 8, fire up 117 Delta 4 operations, develop 3.
Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Fires requesting you. They responded for an illegal burn.
That's a big deal. We really appreciate that. Seriously.
West Cab at SD's Express Lane.
George, 20 copy.
All right. Where are we going now? I know, right?
Cancel 20.
Oh, the radios haven't told us to go anywhere yet. I have my portable in there with me, so I didn't hear anything
20 copy.
crazy go down.
Not going to cover.
No! Don't tell me that, Kevin. Oh, man, y'all are killing me. I had to go in and get the peanut M&Ms. You gotta have peanut M&Ms, not the regular M&Ms. Gotta be peanut M&Ms. Ill Mail on Stockton Boulevard.
Terminal B is in Bravo, activate B, Bravo 12. Today at 3, enter 3, medic 43, 47 Bravo 1, operations B, Bravo 2.
Okay. We care about ill mails, but they're not news. So. We will, I don't know if you, I don't think you were on yet, Lisette, when we were talking about, we're working on something for a ride along, but you're gonna have to pony up for it. We're gonna be doing a just in case there's new people on, we're gonna be doing a rotational trophy. I forget the right verbiage for it, but that's what we'll call it right now. And it'll be for folks who want to kind of be founding givers. Not sure what the right phrase isn't coming to mind at the moment. But we'll have a trophy, kind of like those employee of the quarter trophies. They can take multiple nameplates, and you will get the trophy by outgiving the last giver. So we'll be starting that soon, and each time your name will get engraved and put on one of the plates that goes on the trophy, along with the amount and the date. And then you'll also get a ride along with us and dinner or lunch, depending upon the time that you're riding along. Thanks, Heath. I'm awake. I haven't even had any NOS yet, so I'm doing pretty good so far.
No one knows not going to be able to tow it. Going to need a big brake. Just put that back on top. Give me a big brake. It's going to be about 25 foot long RV.
I'll be quitting a little bit early. Probably soon. I didn't realize what time it was. Got to take my wife to the airport early, so I'm going to need to get a little bit of sleep.
Carrying a baby, male, black 20s, 5'7", thin build, with a black shirt, no weapon. Male went back inside, 4 bullets, male, unknown here, 6995 for Woodbine Avenue.
I'm going to be batching it the rest of the week. My wife's going to be training out of town. So when she's out of town, I kind of go into hyper news mode. and sleep till I do news, and do news till I sleep, and nibble on a snack here and there in between. 4:42 a.m. there. Okay. No food. Come on. You're tough. Man. I know, right, Califield?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I think Scott normally runs, what, about between 3 and 4 hours? No, hey, you got a point there. That's about how it works.
Northbound harbor from Sylvan on a 5-to-go dragon and another vessel. Hey, you got me.
Oh, you're on Scott's live streams.
Battalion 1, Engine 5, Sacramento, reception progress. Taxi call pending 3930 Westland Park Drive. Sacramento in progress. Taxi call pending 3930 Westland Park Drive in front of the Sacramento Zoo. Battalion 1, Engine 5, climb up 189 Bravo 2 operation 2 Bravo 3.
Attempt arson in front of the Sacramento Zoo. We're a little bit out of play for that. If it was something more serious, we'd go. I don't feel right burning the fuel, especially since our viewers provide our fuel. And I try to be really responsible with it. And yeah, that's not give me something to run on.
Block 5192 South Line.
Oh, good deal.
Davis 263-9750 last up Holden.
This is actually the most active spot in Sacramento right now, just about. It's the only Safeway open, and you can only get your alcohol for about 15 more minutes, so it's probably going to get really busy here in just a couple of minutes. And Sac PD is rolling through. Heavy duty tow, what's that for?
One Alpha 5 and 9, turn on our 242 in progress, 7384 Franklin Boulevard, unit number 3. Caller's wife's son started at 242. Jeweler, male, black 20, 5 and 67. Play more bed. With a t-shirt, shorts, no weapons, no medical is needed, 7384.
Exactly.
bill is $100,000.
What do you think? Do you think they gave the kids NyQuil?
Copy. Can you confirm and attach a photo?
I have no photo available, but I will confirm more.
Any descriptors?
The warrant advising white female 5'3", 135, blonde over blue.
Copy.
Uh,
22 from Sam 11. I can get you a picture if you need it. Affirm.
every so often, we're not really on a schedule yet, Heath. We will be, especially when we go over to
Valley between 16th and 17th on 7
Hold on a second.
Tom 332.
Okay, that's the officer that just went past us.
Copy.
She's on a vehicle stop right over here.
Shores tattoos.
Yeah, when we get over to YouTube and we get things more lined up the way we want it, we'll probably be more nightly. What's that? You're bad.
Alpha 32 guys. And what was the cross number just? Copy.
George 22.
Alpha 36, your place clear expired.
Thanks, Heath. Appreciate that.
On that 05 from Katie.
Also, we don't have any tattoo information unknown to SAC.
There's a pending master file on it.
On the warrant.
And that's good to know that. We're going to put it behind the $55 a month paywall. So glad you'll be joining us. Just kidding.
She does have a small tattoo under her right eye. Girl 68, you on D4? 5-1 on D4. Are you still in the yard right now? Yeah, I'm trying to swap out that switch on 319.
Light rail maintenance. Yeah. Which part of Franklin Boulevard, Lisette?
I will call them off and said that he won't give them the female's name. Wait. By then, looks like the line just disconnected after a female was heard told, or a complainant was heard told somebody to go into the house.
Over above the house. Would have been.
House 32, go ahead.
5-5, Sam William, Frank 4, John Boy, 6 Henry, Union 1, 9060.
Ah, okay.
Copy.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's getting bad everywhere, and there's some definite reasons for it, and you'll find out that over 90% of them are not homegrown. They're from other areas. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. I think this is one of our team covered. Let's go into the SAC PD logs here. This was Sunday. Hit and run investigation, Del Paso Boulevard at El Camino Avenue. 4:11 a.m. Officers responded regarding a hit-and-run collision that had occurred. Officers located a pedestrian who was struck by a vehicle that fled the scene. The pedestrian sustained major injuries, but is in stable condition. CSI processed the scene, and officers generated a hit-and-run report. Because nothing goes on there. That's, oh, I'm just kidding.
What's her CDL number and last name?
CDL is D. David 2639750. Surname is Holden, Henry Ocean Lincoln, David Edward North.
1 Adam 4913 King. It's a white Mercedes.
Alpha 36, additional for search, unstable.
Alpha 36, check Alpha 35, you can assist Powerhouse Alley, 16th Street.
Oh, she's going to be searching the vehicle.
George 221036.
Right.
Oh, let's see. Attempted robbery, Sunday evening,
Copy.
6:51 Stockton Boulevard, 6:51 p.m., 3000 block of Stockton Boulevard. Officers responded to a report of a robbery. The suspects attempted to steal the victim's backpack from him. The victim had minor injuries from the incident. The suspects fled on foot. Officers generated a crime report.
They did, because the miscellaneous field says picked up ordering counties only, so I had them ask if they could have did that.
Oh, here we go. Some of you'll remember our DUI that crashed. It made a new entrance into the house on South Land Park the other night that we went on. We got the SAC PD report on that now. Officers responded. See, you're getting this first because you're live. We'll be posting this later for an update. Officers responded regarding a collision into a residence. Officers confirmed a vehicle had collided into a house. There were no injuries to any residents inside the house. The driver sustained a minor injury and was transported to a hospital. Officers suspected that DUI was a factor. A DUI investigation was completed. The investigation is ongoing.
George 22, just 1015, I'll take the abstract.
George 22, I can.
Yes, it is. Now, if we can just find some good grant funding, since we're a non-profit now, that would be great. We need a good grant writer. Anybody know a good grant writer?
Battalion 1, engine 1420, chest pain 1200 North P is in Bravo Street. Chest pain, small 00 North P is in Bravo Street, the Salvation Army. Battalion 1, engine 1420, firm up 149 Charlie, 3 operations to Bravo Street.
27, start me 1 unit.
Yes, we were there. And shots and everything from that is on our Facebook page.
141, Conference Circle.
On our, good question, Califield, psnews.us/donate. We have a really good payment gateway. It's designed by philanthropists, major philanthropists for nonprofits, so they don't charge anything. The only fees that come out are from like PayPal or whatever, but they don't charge anything for their platform, which is almost unheard of. But it's a really, really good system that we use, and it's extremely secure. So If you go over there, you can do a one-time donation or click for monthly, and choose how much you want to give on a monthly basis. So it's a very easy system to use, and it's really works well. So we're really happy with it. We just need more other folks to be happy with using it. Yeah, Lisette, yeah, the one by Christian Brothers. Califield, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. And we keep trying to tell folks, if we have over 25,000 likes, almost 28,000 followers, and it's really simple. If folks could if we could get just a quarter of our viewers to give $1 a month, just do the subscription, the supporter on Facebook. It's actually 99 cents a month. We would be on our way to doing some pretty big stuff. And it's just literally that simple. But there's a really good study out on millennials, and millennials just don't even like to pay $1 for something they think they can get for free, and they don't realize this isn't free. It's costing us. We're actually in the red quite a bit. So we are paying for you to get news. It doesn't really make sense, but we're passionate about it, and we believe we're going to flip it around and make something wonderful with it as soon as we can get some good capital funding and some grants. But we need that base level of viewer funding. We'll always need that. We need, because grants come and go, and they're not steady. They're good stimulus funding, and to get certain things, get equipment and to fund a project and things like that. But we need a steady base income. Of course, with nonprofits, you do multiple income streams, and we're working on those. But we really need to be viewer supported. So Califield, definitely appreciate that. And are we? No, we are not. We are independent photojournalists, and formerly what are known as news stringers. And for those who are new to our page, if you go and watch Netflix, Shot in the Dark on Netflix, you'll see Scott Lane, that was here with us over the weekend from Loud Labs, and the brothers at RMG Media and On Scene, those 3 teams in LA. Are grants free? Yeah, that's grants aren't payback. They're funds, especially private sector grants. Organizations put up grants, and they put certain parameters to it for types of organizations, and you win the grant. So you have to apply for it and meet their criterias. And our bylaws and everything are written quite broadly, and our nonprofit is pretty broad, so it keeps us open for a wide swath of grants, anywhere from education to public safety, to community improvement, to crime prevention or crime reduction. So that's what I've always said. If we can find a talented grant writer to come on our financial team, that individual could make themselves a very nice paycheck. We just have to find the right person with the right vision, and that meshes with our vision, and we'll go to work on it. So. All right, we're at 2 o'clock, and we are going to shut down for the night. And thank you for joining us. And yes, we will be back on tomorrow night. We'll probably be on during the daytime sometime tomorrow. Don't know exactly what time. I'll be unconscious for a while because I'm gonna go home and get a little bit of sleep. Then gotta get up early and take my wife to the airport. And then I'll probably do some news for a little bit until I crash and not crash the car. Wow, I shouldn't. Let's rewind that. So over the rest of this week, just be watching for it. Because I have a lot of availability this week. Probably be popping on live more than usual. And again, we're working on other platforms and different things as we expand. So be watching for new stuff. Our website's going to get a complete overhaul. It's an awesome website already, but our web guy is just extremely talented, and he gets really giddy when he finds a new template and some new features. And he's about ready to do another major upgrade on our website, and it's just absolutely elegant and has some really good features to it. So excited about that, and actually be able to break out into different neighborhoods. So you'll be able to actually look at your neighborhood and see the news from there for those in Sacramento. And then, as we expand nationwide, there'll be the same thing. Like if we expand to Bakersfield, the different neighborhoods in Bakersfield, the news will actually be broken up. Yeah, it's incredible. It's exciting what's ahead of us. We just need some folks with some vision to help underwrite us and get us some stimulus and help us out. But that will all come. Thank you, Heath. Thanks for joining us. And like I said, not exactly sure what time we'll go live tomorrow. Tomorrow night it'll be about the same time. We usually go live around 11:30, between 11:30 and midnight, depending. And oh, hold on, we got something going on in Citrus Heights. Hold on, hold everything. It's a recovered stolen vehicle. Interesting. Okay. Sounds like it's an old stolen that's been recovered. Anyway, we'll definitely be on overnight and sporadically throughout the day, probably tomorrow. So again, thank you all for joining us. Really, really appreciate you. Again, make sure you go over and subscribe on the YouTube if you haven't already. And that's about it. And again, my quote that I help us stay focused from Zig Ziglar, or is it Jim Rome? Is it Jim Rome or Zig Ziglar? I have to double check. I can't remember now. We are all in this boat, our boats in this ocean. And the same winds blow us all, the winds of disaster, the social winds, economic winds. And the difference in our destination in life is not the blowing of the wind, but the set of our sail. So make sure your sail is set, and our sail is set, and we're on our mission. So thank you again for supporting us and being with us tonight. And we will see you all tomorrow. Sleep well, and hey, why are y'all doing up so late? You should be in bed. Take care, everybody. Good night.